Good morning, everyone. Welcome into the Bozard Ford studio for the St. Johns County show that's on in the morning. We have a surprising fast food chain coming to St. Johns County. A man is arrested after selling nitrous after a concert.
I wonder which one that was.
FDOT preparing for seawall improvements, and the airport is once again back in the news.
Oh,
Great.
yay.
We'll get to all that and more, but first we want to thank Bozard Ford. Since 1949, Bozard Ford Lincoln has been more than just a dealership. It's been a St. Augustine tradition built on trust, family values, and doing things the right way. For 75 years, generations of drivers have relied on Bozard for quality vehicles and honest service. With over 1,200 vehicles to choose from, no surprise pricing, and the Drive Happy guarantee, Bozard makes car buying truly effortless. That's the Bozard difference. Their award-winning, state-of-the-art facility features 91 climate-controlled service bays, a quick lane for no appointment maintenance, over 40 mobile service vans to bring the Bozard difference to you, and Ford's Garage restaurant right there on site. Recognized with the prestigious Triple Crown Award and President's Awards, Bozard Ford Lincoln delivers hometown service with national-level excellence. You'll find friendly faces, great pricing, and a better buying experience just off I-95 and State Road 16. Bozard Ford Lincoln, they are driven to inspire. Also, a big shout out to all of our amazing sponsors. We have Old Town Trolley, Ben 39 Wine Bar, BNS Signs, Canaan Law Attorneys, Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, and Sunny's Barbecue. You can support all of our wonderful sponsors and support us with your likes, comments, and shares. You can follow us on Instagram, subscribe on YouTube and Rumble, and download our app from the Apple App Store. All right. Good morning, everybody.
Hey, happy Tuesday. You know what that means,
Tuesday.
right?
What is it?
It's almost the weekend.
It's almost the weekend. You're
almost
so
the
happy.
weekend.
So happy today.
Yeah.
How you doing, Blake? You happy?
Yeah, I am trying my best to be happy today.
Well, one of us is going to have to
Yeah.
change. Look at that.
Yeah.
Same shirt.
I think we should change Malcolm in the middle. So
All right.
Life is unfair.
yeah.
Do we have a question of the
We
day?
do have a question of the
Okay.
day. It's pecan day or pecan day.
Okay.
So how do you say it? Do you say pecan or pecan? Pecan or pecan?
Uh-huh.
I think both might be correct,
Uh-huh.
but there's only one right in my mind.
Okay.
So which do you say?
I had to pair it with the word pie in order to get my answer.
Okay.
So pecan pie versus pecan pie, and it's pecan. Pecan is right.
Pecan. You're a pecaner.
Locking it in. I'm
Pecan.
a pecaner.
Locked in.
Yep.
Pecan.
Blake, what about you?
Pecan or pecan? Blake,
I
I'll say them again. Pecan or pecan? Go.
Neither of them because I don't like pecans.
So you say pecan.
Yes.
You say pecan. The
Because you
answer
like-
was in the non-answer.
Because you like pecans. You don't like pecans.
True.
Got it. And I know you guys are going to be surprised at this, but I'm pecan also. I'm not a pecaner.
I am not a pecaner either.
I'm not a pecaner. So Joy's a pecaner.
She is.
Yep. So, and Spencer, you spelt pecan the exact same way I did over here. So we're wondering how people are
We're
going
gonna spell it in the
define it
comments.
in
Yeah.
and Joy spelt pecan
Yep.
the same way. So
Spencer's a chef, so
Yeah.
I appreciate that he agrees with my take.
yeah.
That means I'm right because the guy that cooks amazing food also agrees.
So yeah, and Scott's a pecan. See, I think it's going to be about a 50-50.
It's going to be a battle.
Yeah, I think
I
it's
know.
going to be a pecan pecan.
Pecan
Bat-
v pecan.
battle. Yeah.
Okay,
So all right.
sound off in the comments.
No, I'm interested in these answers. So pecan or pecan?
Locked in. This was
All
the
right.
accidental question of the day, by the way.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be the question of the day, but Blake said, "Oh, that's the question of the day," and so we went with it.
He refused to answer, so
Yeah.
now we made him.
Yeah.
All right, now it's time for a quick check of the weather. Weather check.
Today is a why in the hell am I working today day.
Yeah.
It's going to be so nice out. So, I mean, just enjoy every moment outside, enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be it's Florida perfect.
That's good news because I have an outdoor meeting after this.
Yeah, it's not like swamp ass Florida. It's not like, my gosh, it's so rainy monsoon.
Why do I live here?
Yeah, it's passed me the pecan pie. Perfect.
Perfect. It's pecan perfect.
It's pecan pie perfect.
All right. That quick check of the weather brought to you by Ben 39. Discover one of St. Augustine's hidden gems. Bin 39, located inside St. George Inn at the north end of St. George Street, with over 95 boutique wines, including 50 rated 90 points or higher by Robert Parker. Bin 39 is perfect for a date night and unwinding after work. Enjoy wines by the glass or the bottle in a peaceful courtyard setting with live music adding to the atmosphere. Open daily 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Just stop in and say, I'll have what Irving's having. Bin 39, your taste to discover. What kind of wine do you think Irving would put with pecan pie?
I don't know.
And would it differ for pecan pie?
Ooh, good point. Because it's probably a regional thing.
Probably.
So yeah, yeah, I don't know.
Irving, call us.
Yeah, Irving, where you at on the pecan pairing?
All right, buckle up, baby. It's a
And
Hit
the
the Blake
pecan pairing. Sorry.
traffic report.
What do we got, Blake?
All right, traffic's moving fine out there
Good news.
on I-95 today.
Only good news.
Yes.
Until someone drops their pecans.
Yes.
And
That'd be nuts.
only good news. So which is why I'm not going to talk about the Malaga Street intersection.
Ooh.
Okay. Don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Don't even mention it. All right. That Hit the Blake's traffic report brought to you by Old Town
Debbie
Trolley.
Downer.
Climb aboard Old Town Trolley and explore over 500 years of St. Augustine history in the most fun and flexible way possible. This fully narrated 90-minute tour features 22 convenient stops and more than 100 points of interest, including the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Potter's Wax Museum. Enjoy open-air views and all-day hop-on, hop-off access, plus free parking at the old jail and welcome centers with your ticket. When the sun goes down, experience the city's spooky side with the Ghost and Gravestones tour. Locals ride free with full fare guests through hometownpass.com. Old Town Trolley, the best way to see St. Augustine, one stop at a time. All right, before we go into the news stories, we do want to mention the Batzel family.
Yeah, this is.
So sorry for the loss of Brian. There is a GoFundMe. Blake, please put that in the comments. So if you can support the Batzel family, they're going through a horrific time. And this is just so sad.
We did the story on the fire, and we're getting very close to getting back into their house, and unfortunately, Brian, the dad, lost his life this weekend with complications that came from the fire. He was having some lung issues, and just
So sad.
horrible for any family to have to go through a fire and then this added on top of it. So, if you have it in your heart, you're able to help. Please do.
All right, moving into the news. New Jersey man flees police after allegedly selling nitrous after St. Augustine concert. 2 people are facing charges after police say they were selling nitrous oxide outside a concert near the St. Augustine Amphitheater. According to an arrest report, officers working a special detail on April 3rd received complaints about individuals selling nitrous oxide from tanks near A1A South. When officers approached the group in a grassy area nearby, several dropped tanks and ran, ignoring commands to stop. Authorities pursued the suspects southbound, and with assistance from the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office, 2 individuals were located and taken into custody. Police say one suspect admitted to fleeing from officers and acknowledged he was at the location with nitrous oxide tanks to make money during the concert. Investigators recovered multiple tanks at the scene, each containing more than 16 grams, which meets the threshold for felony charges under Florida law. One suspect is now facing charges including possession or distribution of nitrous oxide over 16 grams, a third-degree felony, along with resisting an officer without violence. The second individual was also arrested and faces additional charges, including providing false identification to law enforcement. Both were booked into the St. Johns County Jail. Don't do that.
Yeah. Bad plan. I know exactly where this was at. I was there that night.
Oh, were you?
I was not a part of the nitrous. I'm afraid it'd blow up my heart.
You walked past it and you were like, they're going to get arrested.
Yeah. I don't think that's legal.
There's a future news story for the 904 now.
Yeah, I don't think that's legal.
So I went to, as a very straight-laced, rarely if ever does anything wrong person, went to a Dave Matthews concert with a bunch of guy friends that were from Pennsylvania who were also very straight-laced guys. And so we're all like fairly wholesome at a Dave Matthews concert. Like, people are smoking weed around us. We're over 21, so we're drinking in the tailgate.
Since 13 years old, I don't think I've ever been called that.
But we were like just chilling and just like living our life, and like people are walking around with balloons, and I have no idea why. Because I'm a fairly straight-laced human, and I don't know. And neither did the guy that was pre-med that was walking next to me.
Yeah.
And he just sees this grown man, like 21-year-old grown man, walking around with a balloon that he's
They think it's helium, or I mean,
I don't know what he thought it was,
Okay.
but we had all, like, we had been drinking at the tailgate, so, like, we're all being silly. And so we're trying to walk into the concert, and he just sees this grown man with a balloon, and he goes, ha ha, and he whacks the balloon out of the dude's hand. And he was so mad. It was like a $10 nitrous balloon or something. And only one person in our group even knew
and he's like
why
finally
he
told
cared.
him what he did it.
And he jumped. He was also the tallest guy in the group, so that was good. So he jumps in between the pre-med guy that was standing next to me and the guy that's about to fight him over this
You
nitrous
shouldn't touch
balloon.
other people's stuff,
Well, no.
even a balloon.
But he just thought it was like he was putzing around with a balloon. He didn't know. And so it was like he had to give him money to get him out of his face. It calmed down and nobody got punched. So that was good. But that was the first time I learned that people sell nitrous at concerts.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. So, yeah, I mean, this happened at Billy Strings. I mean, I can say, where it was, and I didn't realize. I was like, the first time I went, I was like, isn't that illegal? It feels like it should be illegal.
That doesn't feel right.
It doesn't
Out in the
feel
open.
like it should be legal. But I guess there's a certain limit that you can do it.
I guess. But there was over 16 grams. Multiple tanks over 16
Yeah,
grams.
and Rebecca would do that. She would knock a balloon out of somebody's hand.
It's like,
That's 100% something you'd do, and then I'd have to fight the person.
if you're just being goofy and you don't know, then yeah. So it was pretty serious. We all had to like figure out if we had enough cash to keep our friend from getting punched.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So, yeah,
Oh,
straight-laced is not something I've ever been.
No?
Yeah. That's that straight-laced guy, Troy. He's so. I don't. Since, like I said, since about age 13, I don't think I've been accused of that.
Weren't you a young life leader?
Yeah. Yeah.
Past
I was.
the age of 13?
But I was the coolest one in the group.
Who's now an agnostic.
I was a young life leader. I was, I went to Windy Gap and did all that stuff. I was a horse wrangler at Windy. Yeah, all those things.
But not straight.
That's why I'm not a fun guy to argue with when there's people that haven't completely studied the Bible and then they start arguing with me over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not a fun guy to argue with.
You're a horse wrangler.
I have a little bit of that
spent some
knowledge.
time.
I did my time.
You did some reps.
I did my time. So.
Was the horse straight laced?
The horse. I had a beautiful Appaloosa horse that was my trail horse, and I wore a poncho the whole time. So it was a fun time riding horses in the mountains in the snow. It will, if you don't believe in God, it'll make you believe in God.
Evidently, he turned you against it.
I am, because I haven't been back on that horse.
I know. Go get your
I gotta get back on the horse. Mike Davis would be so
Literally.
happy. Mike Davis would be so happy.
You would.
Yeah.
I know he prays for you.
Yeah. every night.
So you had your city slicker moment when you were what, in your teens or 20s?
I was probably 20 years old when I did that. It was the year I moved here, so it was Christmas of '87. So I spent my Christmas break at Windy Gap.
Nice. All right, St. Augustine Seawall to close this summer for improvement projects. If you have high school seniors and they want senior pictures there, do it now. A major construction project is set to reshape the city's historic bayfront. With work expected to begin this summer, the Florida Department of Transportation is launching a seawall improvement project that will temporarily close sidewalks along the waterfront for about a year. During construction, pedestrians will be detoured to the opposite side of the street, while much of the work will be done from barges in the water to limit traffic disruptions. Officials say the nearly $20 million project is designed to improve both safety and aesthetics in one of the city's most visited areas. Plans call for replacing the current posts and chains along the seawall with 3-foot coquina wall, while also lowering the adjacent sidewalks as part of the redesign. FDOT says the upgrades will help protect the roadway from flooding during king tides, improve pedestrian safety, and better match the historic character of the surrounding area. The design will also align the bayfront with improvements already made near the Bridge of Lions. Construction will be completed in phases, starting along the southern portion of the seawall near the park and moving north. Officials say the project is expected to have a significant impact on both residents and the millions of visitors who experience St. Augustine's waterfront each year. Why didn't we stagger this with the Malaga thing? Both?
Well, the Malaga thing was supposed to start over a year ago, so it was supposed to be a little staggered.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think the one's going to affect the other. This one, they're building a seawall, like a temporary seawall to do the seawall.
Seawallception.
But they're going to use pilings. But it's going to look really nice. It's going to be beautiful. The posts and chains are completely done. And I've been here 40 years now. I've never seen anybody fall in, but I've always thought, wow, it doesn't look safe.
Yeah.
My kids get nervous.
You look at it, you're like, oh, a kid's going to fall off there.
My kids get nervous walking on the chains.
I've never seen anybody fall off of there, but I have seen a dog walk off the edge.
Oh, that's scary.
Dog was still on the leash, and it was kind of like, and the owner pulled it back up, and the dog was fine.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a comical moment because the dog was fine.
Yeah.
But the dog was like just walking and just poof, went off the edge.
Yeah.
More of a dawdler of a dog. It wasn't a big dog, obviously. It was great. If it was your dog, they would have yanked you in with it.
Yes, I would have gone in with them.
Yeah.
100%. That is also, there's a lot of oyster shells at the bottom of that seawall. So if you fall, like you're getting bloody.
You're going to get cut up.
Yeah. It's not going to be a fun experience. Yeah. But yeah, my kids would always get nervous walking on the chain side. And so we just wouldn't let them.
Yeah. And as a Florida man, that's something that's I've had friends that got cut up pretty bad with oyster shells and stuff like that. I want to go to my grave without having my feet cut up with oyster shells.
My dad had an unfortunate encounter with oyster shells when he was trying to learn to windsurf, and that ended his desire to learn to windsurf. All right, Gas Buddy Gas Report. Tell us in the comments what gas prices are looking like around you. How much are you going to pay while you're idling and waiting to move through all the construction downtown? A1A discount beverage is $4.09. Shell at 146 King Street is $4.11. Shell at 216 Ponce de Leon Boulevard is $4.11. Gate at US 1 North is $4.14. Gate at Mizell Road is $4.19. Circle K on US 1 North is $4.19. Circle K on 207 is $4.19. And that's our last price. Nobody else is reporting. Either they're scared or they don't want to tell. That gas report is brought to you by 904 Now Merch Store. Want to rep your local favorite and stay in the now? Check out the 904 Now Merch Store and show your support for St. Johns County's premier news and entertainment network. From shirts and hats to exclusive gear, it's the perfect way to stay connected to the community and represent where you're from. Whether you're watching the shows or out around the town, there's something for every fan. Shop the full collection today, the 904 Now app in the Apple App Store or online at 904nowmerch.myshopify.com. I need to get the Henley. That's the next one I'm going to get.
Yeah, and we're wearing our American Party hats.
We do. Are those in the merch shop?
They can be.
They can be.
They can be.
Let us know in the comments.
Give Rebecca a call. She'll sell you anything.
All right, live music today. We got JC Hatfield at Milltop Tavern at noon. Richard Kanicki is at Cafe Alcazar at 12:15. Shyla Nelson is at Tradewinds at 1 o'clock. Buddy Crump and Joshua Tennessee Worthy is at Pierre's Pub at 1 o'clock. Edwin Barboza is at Bin 39 at 2. Herman Spanish Guitar is at Pizzali's at 3 o'clock. Joe Targrove is at Hurricane Grill and Wings at 5 o'clock. Jeremy Wineglass is at Michael's at 6 o'clock. Smoke Joe Showers at Ann O'Malley's at 6 o'clock. Brett Blackshears at Hornskis at 7 o'clock. The Fabulous Thunderbirds with Kim Wilson is at Ponte Vedra Concert Hall at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, thank goodness it's the fabulous ones and not the mediocre ones.
I know. I wouldn't go out for the mediocre.
No. I mean, the fabulous ones, totally worth it.
100%.
Mediocre,
Wear your best fabulous outfit.
Yeah.
That music report is brought to you by Canaan Law Attorneys. When life takes an unexpected turn, trust the team St. Augustine has relied on for over 30 years. Canaan Law, whether it's a serious injury, criminal charge, family dispute, or civil litigation, their experienced attorneys provide compassionate guidance and aggressive representation every step of the way. Led by partners Patrick Canaan, Andrew Morgan, and Daniel Hilbert, the firm is known for trusted results and strong community roots. Free consultations are available for personal injury and criminal defense. Call 904-849-2266. Canaan Law, legal guidance you can count on when it matters most. All right. I apologize for what's about to happen.
All right, before we get into that one. All right, big story last night, and it's not in our stories, but I think people have tuned in a little bit to talk a little bit about it, so here you go. So last night, the Exchange Hotel, the one I've been working on with the Jalaram Hotel for the last 4 or 5 years, got its approval on second reading, which means it goes to final reading, which is kind of preliminary. But last night's when the public got to speak.
Okay.
And it was actually a really nice moment for our team because we did put so much into it, and we put so I want to say congratulations to our team on sticking it out. I mean, we were in 30 meetings with the city and probably another 60 amongst ourselves, and it started at one concept, went to planning and zoning, got a different concept, went to HARB, and finally got the final concept.
Okay.
And then it went to the city commission, and they tweaked it to the level where they're at. But it is a hotel that's going to be the highest level hotel we've ever had since their branding. I can't say that because Henry Flagler's Ponds Hotel was as posh could get.
Yeah.
But that wasn't a branded hotel. But we're talking to brands like Waldorf Astoria, Ritz Carlton, St. Regis, the Conrad, Four Seasons. These are groups that we're talking to come in. Our company already has the world's smallest Hilton.
Yeah.
We have the smallest Renaissance in the world. And now whatever brand this is,
Will
it'll
be the
smallest. So we are the champion of quality small hotels.
Right on.
So Conti and Vic and Adish and the whole Patel family, congratulations. I mean, we all put a lot of time into it, and we all live here. We all live in the city. So it's not, a lot of people, I get called online the evil developer, and I go, okay, which development you want me not to do? Do you want me not to do Treaty Park? Do you want me not to do the amphitheater? Do you want me, So which one do you not want? So you'll be happy about it, or you just want to be angry? So this is a development that's going to be beautiful. You won't see the parking garage, and people are asking about parking. The parking garage is hidden inside the hotel. It's not underground like at the Hilton and at the Renaissance. It's hidden inside the hotel. You'll never see it unless you go to the hotel. Actually, you'll never see it because the valet is going to do all your parking for you. So, it's a really cool design, but it doesn't begin. So nobody panic. It's not while all this other construction is going on. It doesn't begin until the very earliest 2029. So, and then after that, it's going to be, that's when the chaos, that's when you can be mad at me.
Well, I hear it's not the size, it's the quality that counts.
Yeah.
So,
It is the quality. Yeah. They're all very productive.
Interesting segue into our trending segment that Blake found for us today. So there's a new health campaign that's going around. Might take a load off.
Oh gosh, here we go.
So
nervous about this one.
You know the organization F Cancer? Like they have the shirts like FUCK Cancer.
Yes, yeah. I've seen those.
So F Cancer is a nonprofit focused on cancer prevention and early detection, and they have declared that it's their mission to beat cancer And in this case, they want to literally beat cancer off.
Mm.
They have a health campaign imploring men to ejaculate more than 21 times a month for cancer prevention. So at least 21 times a month
21 times a month.
will lower your risk of cancer, according to F Cancer. Dr. Lorelei Mucci,
Probably be more fun with a partner.
professor of epidemiology at Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health. She co-authored the emerging research on prostate cancer and ejaculation. She told the Post that her team has come across some interesting patterns.
All right. I just want to make sure Rebecca's watching.
The data from a long-term health and lifestyle study assessing more than 50,000 men since 1986, so you were still a believer at that time, suggested that those who ejaculate 21 or more times per month had a 19 to 22% lower risk of prostate cancer than those who came less.
Yeah.
I love men
Like, I just want to.
in this world, and so I'm doing this story for your health, and that's why I'm saying the word ejaculate
I
so much
can't.
at 8 o'clock in the morning.
I didn't know this story was
Yep.
heading in this direction.
Uh-huh.
But, Rebecca, it's for my health. Just.
The 21 or more rule isn't a strict biological magical number, but rather a finding that emerged from the robust statistical analysis, according to Dr. Mucci and her team.
And her team. It wasn't a man that wrote this.
She observed small reductions in risk in men who ejaculate only 8 times per month, while 21 is the benchmark we identified.
number.
She
Gotta have a
continued.
target.
The broader implication is that more frequent ejaculation may offer greater potential benefit.
Getting up there, girl.
The American Cancer Society
Time to
weighs
save my
in.
life.
Prostate cancer is the second most common cancer in men after skin cancer, as roughly 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed in their lifetime. It's also the second leading cause for cancer-related death in men behind lung cancer. So while the precise biological mechanism at play is still to be studied, prevailing theories suggest that frequent fun time helps to flush out potential carcinogens, reducing inflammation within the prostate, and even influence gene expression for normal prostate tissue. It's a fascinating area to explore, Dr. Mucci said. And these observational findings have been reinforced by other large studies. There are so many that the art that F Cancer did for this health campaign is something that I don't know if we can show without
think so,
killing our
no.
algorithm.
I don't know. It seems like a very uplifting story to me. So,
It's exciting
Yeah.
for some.
yeah.
So the ads have been trending around
Hey.
because the ads are somewhat inspired by Mad Magazine, it seems. So, that's a thing.
Yeah, no, I think I'm going to have to start living a healthier life.
So-
That's all I got to say about it.
Where is the
I'm going
line
to try and be healthy.
between save yourself from cancer, increase baldness, because we found that recently too, and blindness? Where's the line? Where's the number? So we know 21 decreases cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Where do we think baldness comes into play?
Baldness is an you have too much testosterone in your system.
Uh-huh.
So
So maybe that's a correlation, not causation thing?
yeah. So that's that. The whole blindness thing, that was your mom trying to keep you to stop doing that. Because believe me, I would have been on my third seeing eye dog by now.
So all I can say is prevent cancer responsibly, boys and girls. Tap into the trends, brought to you by Chris Lucero Bail Bonds.
He's so happy right now that this was his story.
When the unexpected happens, turn to the name St. Augustine Trust. Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, available 24/7. Their experienced, compassionate team moves fast to help you or your loved one get out of jail and back home. They handle everything from paperwork to release with professionalism, discretion, and zero judgment. With every minute counts. Remember the name and the number. Chris Lucero Bail Bonds at 904-822-BAIL. That's 904-822-2245.
Toot.
All right, moving back into the news. White Castle plans first Northeast Florida location near St. Augustine. So if you have worked up an appetite, we've got a new place that you can satiate yourself. A major fast food chain could soon be expanding into the ancient city. White Castle has submitted plans for its first Northeast Florida location, according to St. Johns County permit application. The proposal calls for a 2,700 square foot restaurant with outdoor seating and dual drive-through planned for an out parcel near new Walmart Supercenter under construction in World Commerce Center
It's too
along
far.
International Golf Parkway.
Can't walk there.
If approved, the location would sit just north of State Road 16 near one of the county's fastest growing areas. White Castle, founded in 1921, is considered the oldest fast food chain in the United States, known for its signature slider-style burgers. The move would mark a continued expansion for the company, which currently operates 340 locations nationwide with only a handful in Florida, including Orlando, Kissimmee, and Claremont. Interesting. The fourth Florida location is already planned for Daytona Beach later this year. Company leaders have been pushing growth in recent years, including new markets and expanded production capabilities to meet demand. The St. Johns County proposal is still in the early planning stages and will need to go through the approval process before construction can begin.
All right. This is when I know we've had too many Northerners move here.
Exactly. That's all I can think is that it's going to be right there by 95.
This is when Florida's given up. I'm just letting you
Yankee
know
franchise coming in.
as a
Culver's,
true
White Castle, Wawa.
Floridian. This is when I know Florida has given up. We have Crystal, and our Crystal left us.
Yep.
And now we're getting a White Castle.
Mm-hmm.
We no longer have a Florida.
Interlopers.
We no longer have a Florida. I mean, I think we have completely given up. Mm-hmm. And I can tell you, I do love a good White Castle, but I can't walk there, so this does me no good.
It's not for you.
This, I mean, White Castle is a drunk food. I just found out like a month ago that you could go to Taco Bell sober. I didn't know that was a thing. So White Castle. Yeah, we've given up, Florida. We've given up the fight.
I mean,
I think DeSantis should focus on this. White Castle has come into our state.
yep.
But at least safely though, the Californians have not invaded us too much though, because we would have had an In-N-Out burger by now.
Don't be hating on In-N-Out Burger. That's different. That's different.
I'm with you, Blake.
Yeah. Crystal was our slider, southern slider place. Mm-hmm. In-N-Out Burger, don't be hating on.
In-N-Out was for the trending story.
I would accept an In-N-Out Burger. Yeah. And we're back to that.
St. Augustine
21
Airport.
times a month.
St. Augustine Airport trying to address perceived inconsistencies in leasing agreements. Ongoing issues at the St. Augustine Airport are now drawing attention on how hangar space has been managed following years of leadership turnover and internal disputes. Airport officials are currently reviewing lease agreements after concerns surfaced over a commercial hangar being used for non-aviation purposes, including the storage of cars and personal watercraft. The hangar is reportedly tied to a company that was dissolved more than a decade ago, raising questions about how the lease remained active for so long without being flagged. The issue came to light during a recent airport authority meeting where a local aviation business argued it's been seeking that same hangar space for years and believes it should now be entitled to it. Officials say they have identified irregularities in lease records, approvals, and past board actions and have launched a broader review of all hangar agreements to ensure compliance. The dispute also comes amid frustration from other airport tenants, some of whom claim rules have not been enforced consistently, pointing to recent evictions to some users, while others remain in violation without consequences. Airport leadership acknowledges past governance issues and says the current board is working with legal counsel to investigate and correct any improper agreements. There are also concerns that failure to properly enforce aviation rules could jeopardize federal funding, as the Federal Aviation Administration requires hangars to be used primarily for aviation-related purposes. Board members say their goal is to resolve the issue without costly legal action while ensuring fair treatment for all tenants moving forward. The review remains ongoing as officials work to restore compliance and confidence in airport operations. Right on.
Yeah. No. There's other businesses that probably shouldn't be at the airport that they see the hangar space and go, oh, that's pretty cheap.
That's
Yeah,
cheap
and
storage.
and they're breaking the rules.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we used my plane when we were at the airport when we had the race team at the airport. So.
Yeah.
But we did have a plane, so that kept us legal. We had a plane.
Sure, I had you on check.
On this tolerable Tuesday, I will toil tremendously and tear into the Titanic commentary.
That Titanic tearing is brought to you by BNS Signs. For over 50 years, family-owned BNS Signs has been the trusted name in signage across St. Augustine and the surrounding area. From vinyl lettering to large pylon signs, BNS Signs does it all, backed by fast installation, expert crane service, and reliable repair and maintenance to keep signs looking their best. Named Business of the Year for 2025, BNS Signs is known for quality craftsmanship and top-level service. Make a lasting impression with BNS Signs. Visit bnssigns.com because when it comes to signs, they do it all. All right, Troy, comments report.
All right, so huge battle on the question of the day.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was going back and forth. It was a peepaw, peepaw, peepaw. And I think Scott came up with the best answer.
Yeah.
Get yourself a slice of pecan pie with a scoop of butter pecan ice cream. Scott?
Situation specific.
Yes. I think he is the mediator of the day.
Uh-huh.
And we appreciate that participation. But I there was a lot of pecans and a lot of pecans.
Uh-huh.
And it was 50-50.
Yeah.
So I think the debate is still out.
Yeah. I
It's
think
still
so.
up there as a hot dog, a sandwich.
And Scott wins the Minion Peace Prize.
He does. He is the mediator of the day. Iowa City's gas is at 368.
Okay.
So, if you want to drive up there and fill up.
There's only a little more at Buc-ee's yesterday. It was like 374 at Buc-ee's
Okay.
yesterday.
All right. So
Right on.
be happy when it's back.
All right. Start stat.
All right. And also, I will write you a note if you decide to take the day off. And it's entirely my fault because it is a beautiful day. So I don't know if it'll do you any good, but I will write the note.
Okay.
So, all right.
Available at our merch shop.
Here, I'll please excuse. All right. Stodium stat.
Yep.
Big day in history, and it's everybody knows of this day in history. In 1865, today is the day Abraham Lincoln was shot at Ford's Theater. And everybody knows the story of John Wilkes Booth. The original plan, a lot of people don't realize this. The original plan was a month earlier. The plan was to try and save the Confederacy. John Wilkes Booth and others were going to kidnap Abraham Lincoln, but he didn't show up at the one location they thought he was going to be at. So he didn't get kidnapped. And a lot of people don't know that night, the conspirators were to kill Abraham Lincoln. Someone was supposed to kill the vice president, Andrew Johnson, and someone was supposed to kill Seward, the Secretary of State. The person who went to kill Andrew Johnson chickened out.
Yeah.
He had a couple drinks. He's like, nope, not going to do it. Chickened out. Still got hung. Still got hung. Like
Conspiracy.
yeah. You were conspiracy against the president. We know what happened with Abraham Lincoln.
Yep.
And Seward had gotten into a carriage. He got run over by a carriage about 3 or 4 weeks earlier. So he was bedridden.
Yeah.
And he had this neck brace on. And they think that's the only thing that saved his life.
That's wild.
Because the person that came in there with a knife, and one of his servants actually fought him off. And Seward still got stabbed and really never 100% recovered from the injuries from the stabbing. But they think what was on his neck saved his life from the assailant.
That's wild.
So, and that's Seward. If you don't know who Seward is, he's the one who bought Alaska, you know, for the United States. It was Seward's folly. So, but the wildest story in this connection is Robert Todd Lincoln, who was the son of Abraham Lincoln, was in the presence or in the vicinity of 3 presidential assassinations throughout his life. So he was at his dad's, he was at Garfield's, and he was at McKinley's.
That's crazy.
All right. Another wild story about Robert Todd Lincoln is a year earlier, while he was at Harvard, he got bumped into the line of a train coming, and a gentleman grabbed his coat and pulled him to safety. The person that pulled him to safety was Edwin Wilkes, John Wilkes Booth. I'm sorry, Edwin Booth, John Wilkes Booth's brother, who was more famous than him, and that's how Robert Todd knew who he was. Pulled him to safety and saved his life.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just a weird combination of how everything goes together.
So many weird crossing of paths and coincidences, and
and the Kennedy Lincoln connections are really strange too.
those are super weird too. Yeah. 100%. Ugh. I didn't know that it was a conspiracy to take out the 3 top successors to the presidency until I read O'Reilly's Killing Lincoln books.
Oh wow.
Remember when he was reading or writing all the killing books?
Yeah.
My son was in the hospital, and I had just been given the Killing Lincoln book, so I read that when I was in the hospital with my son.
So and Abraham Lincoln was a troubled guy.
Yeah, he really was.
He it was called melancholy or whatever.
He definitely suffered with depression.
And he lost 2 of his sons while being president. And I mean, he was a troubled guy.
Yeah. There is a children's book about Abraham Lincoln that I think it's I Am Abraham Lincoln. Maybe. I think that's what it is. And it has some really cool stories about Abraham Lincoln. So my kids learned very young that he was a wrestler and a boxer, and like he defended turtles from childhood bullies that were putting hot coals on the backs of turtles. Like all these cool stories about Abraham Lincoln.
Well, and he's the only U.S. president that holds a U.S. patent.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
No.
And what it is, and it never got used and it never got built, but it was a device that would float boats over shoals to so that you could repair the boats. And he's the only U.S. president still today that had and created a U.S. patent.
Right on.
So, and he did have one duel, and because he was 6'5", he got to choose what the weapon was, and he chose the saber, which is like a really long. So he's like, "I'm going to fight this dude," and then
fight him with a
and then they conceded. They never actually fought.
I bet. I wouldn't want a giant coming after me with a saber either.
And he did lose one match as a wrestler.
Yeah.
He's in the Wrestling Hall of Fame.
He's such an interesting dude.
Yeah.
All right, that Stardom Stat brought to you by Sonny's Barbecue. Craving real Southern barbecue? Sonny's Barbecue, located at 2720 State Road 16 in St. Augustine, serves up slow-smoked favorites made to satisfy. Start with crowd pleasers like barbecue pork egg rolls, smoked wings, or crispy corn nuggets. Then dig into their tender baby back ribs, or try one of the Pitmaster's picks with all the classic sides, including that famous garlic bread. With no visit complete without Sonny's signature sweet tea, so definitely get that too. Sonny's Barbecue, local Pitmaster since 1968. All right, plugs, Troy.
All right, we do have Bollocks tonight. Going to be a fun show. We're doing 5 questions. I don't think you guys did 5 questions last night because I was busy. Just appreciate all the beautiful support. If you guys would get out there, help our sponsors. We do have 1 spot on Stoidum and 2 on Bollocks that are available for anyone who's interested in sponsoring on our network.
Very cool. Blake, do you have any plugs for us?
Yeah, if you want to help support the Now for Now or bring podcasts to our studio, you can always contact me at blake9fornow@gmail.com.
I was trying to find the one that Scott put in, but there's evidently a fundraiser down in Palm Coast sometime. Scott, repost it. All right, don't forget to like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, subscribe on YouTube and Rumble. We got Bollocks tonight. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.